Hello everybody, I'm Mermaid Liv and today is a very exciting day. I'm doing an interview with an influencer. Don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello. So I reached out to this lady who is pretty popular in my area on Instagram, and she works with local businesses to promote them, and I thought it'd be a good idea to have her interview me to talk about my mermaid business. So she's coming over today. She is called the Bucks County Mama on Instagram. We're going to talk about mermaiding. I'm going to tell her about me as a mermaid, my business, what I do, and we'll have some snacks. Maybe some drinks. I just thought it would be a nice option. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be really nice. And I think it'll be a really good thing for my business. Hopefully it'll help me bring in lots of mermaid gigs. Her following is mostly local moms. So that seems like a good idea for me, to get some moms looking for entertainment for their kids for a birthday party. So hopefully all goes well. I'm going to bring you along for the interview, introduce you to the Bucks County Mama. You'll learn a little bit more about me because she'll ask me some good questions. So stay tuned for that. Here's my setup for the things I'm going to show her. Oh, there's the cat. Hi, Maya. Are you interested too? Do you want to be a mermaid? So here's my mermaid tail. And here's my treasure chest. I'm going to show her all about that and tell her what I do at gigs. And I'm excited to share. She's going to be here any minute. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit of social anxiety.
Okay, so why don't we start with the basics? How did you become a mermaid?
I did a magic spell and one day, poof, I just turned into a mermaid.
Nice!
I've always been interested in mermaids, but I got into mermaiding when I was about 17. And I found out that there are people who swim in mermaid tails, and I was like, that is so cool, I could do that. And I put it on my bucket list. I was working at a thrift store, and I found this material that was like swimsuit material. I had seen this video of a girl making a mermaid tail, and I was like, I could use this material to make a mermaid tail. I did, and that's what started it all. I got really into mermaiding, which is the art of swimming in a mermaid tail that they have monofins in them, which is a pair of flippers, but like one. I started making more mermaid tails and swimming in them, and then as I was getting into the online community, I discovered being a professional mermaid was a thing.
Yes.
And that just sounded like the most fun, whimsical, magical job that would fulfill my childhood dreams.
I love it too.
And that's when I decided that that's what I wanted to be one day.
I love it. I think it's so creative. I did see somebody else that was a professional mermaid, and I just thought it was her hobby. And then the only other place that I've seen the professional mermaids were when my twins were a little bit younger and I took them to the aquarium. So those girls hold the apparatus in their mouth and they just stay submerged and swim. So mermaids are magical, and I love that you make your own tail. That's really impressive. So you are self-taught with how to swim in the tail.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, I didn't even have to teach myself. As soon as I put on the tail, I just knew what to do. It felt natural. I mean, I grew up playing mermaid in pools.
Yes.
I love to pretend being a mermaid.
My daughter, who's 13, just asked me to play mermaids with her. And I was like, what do we do? And then she was, of course, snarky because she's 13. She's like, well, you're the ugly one. I was like, not nice. Now I'm not playing with you. She laughs. Tell me about what your goal is for your company. To be hired for private parties, for events. You tell me.
I do kids' birthday parties. A pool party would be one thing, and then a dry gig is like you're on land in your tail, you're not swimming, you're just in one spot, and you entertain the kids through like all kinds of things. You talk to them, you tell them stories, they'll do a sing-along. I have all that stuff over there, so sometimes I read books. And then for a pool party, those are my favorite because I really get to like show off my mermaidiness and dive underwater, flip my tail in the air, and kids are always like, whoa!
That's amazing.
I flew around and do tricks.
How much do you charge an hour?
It's $2.50 an hour. I do other things like I've been in a parade before. I did like a meet and greet at a club one time. It was an adult event, and there was this beautiful mermaidy throne that I got to sit in. So I felt like a queen.
Amazing. And you stay in character the whole time. You're an entrepreneur. You grow, you say yes to things, you see where they lead you. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, I do all kinds of mermaid things. Like, I also have a YouTube channel. I've been working on affiliate marketing and influencer marketing.
Well, your social media skills are outstanding. That's how I got to know you, is that you were running the social media for a boutique in Newtown. How did you learn social media?
Just by doing it.
Just by self-taught?
Yeah, just
Because you're really good at it.
Thank you.
You are. And it's a gift, as you know, because they wouldn't hire people like you if everyone knew how to do it. Not everyone does, so it's really good.
It just kind of comes naturally to me, and I'm an English major, so like writing captions has always been something I've liked doing. I enjoy taking pictures of things. I enjoy documenting my life. Part of why I do social media is because I like looking back at it. It's like a little digital scrapbook of my life.
I love that.
And I like sharing that with other people. You know, it kind of makes me feel a little less alone in the world.
Yes.
You know, especially when people are like, "Oh, that's so cool," you know.
I agree. I think that social media, you know, sometimes it can get a bad rap of being not a nice place, but it can be an amazing place, and that's been my experience and yours. And I think that I love that we're able to find each other. Like, I would have never found your mermaid business if I didn't see you on social media. So I think it's got a lot of benefits. So are you strictly going to be a summer business?
No, I can do things in the winter.
Okay.
I've done pool gigs inside hotels. Yeah, that was actually how I did my first gig, and it was actually a very heavily chlorinated pool, and it kind of bleached my mermaid tail. So the green one on top used to be so much brighter. After that gig, I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck happened?
Okay.
And my eyes were burning so bad after that. But it was my first gig, and it was really exciting. It went really well. There's mermaid gigs where the kids aren't as excited or like interactive, but this gig, kids were like, mermaid! And you know, it's just so fun being able to like make children's dreams come true, like to meet a real mermaid. And having them believe in me is like, that's just such a good feeling.
I agree. Anything else you would like me to mention that I didn't ask you?
I guess I'd like my YouTube channel to be mentioned,
Yes.
Mermaid Live.
But you're a marketing person, so you know not to have a million different names.
Yeah.
Mermaid Live is you.
Yeah. I started that 2014 or so is when I first started using Instagram.
Okay.
And my
that's a while ago. You were like right on.
Yeah, my initial name was Mermaid Live, and it was kind of like a general Instagram, like it wasn't just mermaid stuff, but I did post a lot of mermaid stuff. And then when I decided to get really into the mermaid community, start trying to be a professional mermaid around 2020, because I was in lockdown and I had the time, I needed to occupy myself. I got real into social media, made my current channel that I use, the Real Mermaid Live, with underscores in between. So it's the _real _mermaid _live.
Okay.
Just so you know. And I started posting consistently, learning social media strategy.
Yes.
And
your consistency is, if people don't know that, that's a huge golden nugget.
Yeah.
That it's consistency. It has to be. I actually thought of one more question for you. CPR. Are you trained?
Actually, I'm CPR and AED certified.
Excellent.
I also worked with kids as one of my jobs. I was a swim instructor. I did that because I thought it would be a good experience relating to, working with kids, get good with kids and swimming skills. I'm just passionate about anything water related, and swimming has always been like my favorite thing. I thought it would be good to work with kids and help them their swimming skills. I'm also scuba certified.
Whoa, I heard that's not easy.
It was a course that lasted a couple days. Okay. I had to read this whole book and study it. And
I don't consider that easy.
I had to take tests. I had to do a swim test where I had to tread the water, be able to swim a certain amount, and then the training it's pretty intense, but then once you get the hang of it, and then you get to start doing open dive. I started out learning in a pool, and this was in the country Grenada. I went there in 2019 and spent 2 months there. That kind of was a big role in my mermaid life. Living by the ocean definitely was just great. My dream is to live by the beach. And
I'm sure.
And then another one of my dreams is to be a mermaid in an aquarium or a tank. Because I love swimming, and I love showing off my beautiful, graceful swimming skills. I love practicing underwater and like pretending that there's an audience behind a glass, I actually, a couple months ago, I went on a long road trip to Florida where I auditioned for, it's called the Mermaid Aquarium Encounter.
Yes.
So I didn't get that job, but it was a really great experience. I got to swim in a tank. audition, practice some, show them some skills. If you see the van over there, I do
Yes.
van life. So part of my brand is I'm the van life mermaid.
Oh,
So
that's good to mention. My goodness.
yeah, so I do van life content, and also I'm going on a road trip tomorrow actually
Okay.
to go camping at the beach.
Okay.
It's my birthday on Tuesday,
My goodness.
turning 27.
Happy birthday.
So I'm excited about that. So you have to go into the beach, we're going to take mermaid pictures, swim
Excellent.
in my tail.
Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna take some pictures of your stuff. This is what you bring with you on events that you're booked at.
You can look in there if you want. There's all kinds of little toys, and I've got bubbles. I give the kids necklaces. I do ribbon wand dancing. And I'll let the kids play with those. They enjoy trying to do the ribbon dancing.
Makeup.
I know how to juggle, so I bring some juggling balls. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Follow her on Instagram, Bucks County Mama.